Hi, Janine. Welcome in, y'all. Hello, y'all. Welcome in. My beautiful family. Making sure I have everything that I need without having to get back up. Welcome in, y'all, my beautiful family. Let's get into it because what we know how to do it. Hello. Hello, AJ. Hello. T, no, this is like, I wouldn't even say it's iced coffee. It's like, it's not hot. I tell you that much. It's kind of lukewarm. It's lukewarm. It's not hot. It's really lukewarm, warm. Welcome in, everybody. This is your all signs reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. The girls back to work, okay? I did start a new channel, okay? Just keep that in mind. I did start a new channel. For me and Tristan, okay? So we do have a new YouTube channel. I'm really excited about that. Yay. Okay, I told y'all I was gonna do something different. And I did it, and we got maybe 4 videos up, okay? I think we got like maybe 4 videos up. I'm not sure. But anyhow, we getting in there now. We're doing it. We got 4 subscribers. It's been 24 hours, so I'm really happy about that. Alrighty. So we do have a new channel out there, okay? So let's flip it, switch it, get in where we fit in all as wow, okay? Now I told y'all ignore the people that kind of troll in our chat. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta ignore them, honey, because they don't know no better. Because the know better is to do better, okay? So because we need their views. We need their views, okay? To know better is to do better, okay? We need their views. We just gonna ignore them as they go along, okay? Because they special. Some of them a little special, okay? So let's get into it. All signs reading. Take what resonates, okay? We going Aries to Pisces. This is the red flags, okay? Watch out for the red flags to your next connection, okay? This could be the connection that you're in right now, okay? Hello, fire, eclipse. This could be in the connection that you're in right now. This could be in the connection that's coming towards you, okay? Some of y'all are already started talking to people, okay? But we're going to see what comes out. And y'all know I'm clear and precise. I like to get down to the get down. And, of course, I like to be in y'all business, period, okay? So let's get into it. Anything you need to know about me is in the description tab on the page. Please like up and share the videos. If you follow it later, make sure you hype up the videos. Keep in mind, all personal readings is all personal readings. How to get a personal reading from me, half off, okay? For the whole month of July. I think today is the last day. I'm not sure on what day it is in the description tab as well. Email me at empathic1@yahoo.com, okay? And my assistants will be glad to, how they say, handle that so I can get your reading done, okay? You can follow me on any other platform, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and personal page on YouTube as well outside of this page, okay? Now, let's see. I don't think I posted it in the description tab. I keep forgetting to post it in the description tab, okay? I definitely keep forgetting to post it, okay? I'm going to have to post it because I want y'all to check out channel if you want to. Just check it out, okay? It is a family-free channel, so it's not about tarot. It's about our everyday life. My son is more in it, okay? And we live our everyday life outside of spiritual, outside of these cards. Okay, so let's get into it. Aries. Aries, please hit the like button, okay? Thank you, Gee. Who's in that? Fire Eclipse, thank you for the little charm. How cute. Thank you, okay? Oh boy, he must not know. Poor Samuel. He said if you don't get your baby, he don't know. He knew. He's special. This is work, Samuel. You couldn't do half of what I do on a daily basis. Baby, get your special ed ass up out of here. Okay? He's special. He's special. Okay? Y'all ignore the special people. Okay? Because he's special. Okay? He got to be special. Because you couldn't even walk in my shoes half of a day. Okay? I work it, baby. He's special. He said, you know what? I told y'all gotta ignore them special people, okay? Because they ain't got nothing else to do but sit and do this all day. What I don't do, apparently, okay? Sit and do this all day, okay? They got more time in their hand than I do, okay? But I need to go to work. It looks like you need to find a job, Samuel, okay? Find you something else better to do and some business to go mind and get out of mines, okay? Because you chose to be here. We didn't ask you to be here, okay? So, Aries, let's get into it. What's the red flags, Aries, okay? What's the red flags? Ooh, you got the Ten of Swords. Oh, God. You got the Ten of Swords, Aries. What's the red flags, Aries? Get more information, okay? You could be dealing with a masculine energy, or you could be this feminine energy. Take what resonates. I always get like two different vibes from you guys. It's like maybe the masculine energy is a little bit separate from the feminine energy, but both of them I'm feeling. So go with me. This may resonate, this may not, but if it does, hey, let's get into it because we know how to do it. There's a lot of disappointment, okay? It's giving me fear. You, feminine energy, could be getting approached. Now, here's the thing. Guard may be way up, okay? Way up. I mean, boundaries may be high. Yeah. Boundaries may be high in the sky, okay? Because there was an ending in the past. It's giving me heavy past energy with that. So we're going to scoot that to the side, okay? So, things didn't work out. Life wasn't lifing, okay, in the past. Now, here's the thing. You got the Page of Swords to the King of Cups. If you have not healed that energy, right? Let's just say I'm ready for a new relationship. I'm ready to turn up. I'm ready to, for somebody new. I'm ready for that good opportunity to come in. I'm that new thing a thingin', okay? Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. For some of y'all, that new thing a thingin' is definitely going to block some things because there's some unhealed self-conscious thing in the past. This situation could have been very emotionally, physically, financially abusive, okay? It could have been abusive. So you could be at this point like, what I'm not going to tolerate is XYZ. What I'm not going to tolerate is somebody breadcrumbing. What I'm not going to tolerate is this. It's giving me some heavy on edge. That's why the Queen of Swords is in reverse. If you're a masculine, you're going toward a Queen of Swords, okay? You're definitely going toward a Queen of Swords. I'm going to let you know. They on some what they not going to tolerate, okay? And if you're the feminine Aries, you're on the I'm not tolerating this. I'm not taking this. I'm not going toward this. Okay? It's a lot of what you're not tolerating. And see, your biggest blockage, okay, is staying stuck. Okay? I felt that. Your biggest blockage, Aries, is staying stuck. Now, I know they say, forgive the past and let go. Sometimes you gotta just let go of the past, okay? You just gotta let go of it, okay? You just gotta let go of things that it didn't work out. It's the didn't work out, because what happens is, if you focus on what didn't work out, you're abusing yourself at this point. You see how this lady's in this picture like, oh my God, my next relationship is gonna be horrible. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. When in reality form, you're giving too much energy to the past instead of focusing on what you do want. Because what you do want is what you're trying to manifest. You get it? Yeah. We want to manifest. We don't want to be stuck. Okay? So I see you, man or female. Man, you could be going toward a Queen of Swords. Ladies, you could be a Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay? saying what you don't want, what ain't gonna happen, okay? Taking charge. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? 7 of Wands. There's nothing wrong with that, but the red flag will be with you, Aries. Sometimes you gotta make peace with the past. And I'm not saying forget it, and I'm not saying overlook it, and I'm not saying let people make it. I'm not saying any of that, okay? Sometimes you gotta make peace with your past. Sometimes you gotta not look at your past as being something that hurts you. You gotta look at your past as being something that you learn from. And it says being stuck in the past. What's the overall view of Aries' message? Because if you stuck there, it's like you stuck there. It's like you keep playing the tape on rewind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and nobody wants to do that. Because you may be ready for love. Who am I to say that? But keeping the tape on rewind is not going to get you there. That means you're going to have a problem with every person that comes your way because you're going to be side-eyeing them, okay? Transformation. I love it. You got the Queen of Cups, man or female, okay? The Chariot, Cancer energy, Scorpio energy with the Death card. Spirit is definitely letting you know it's time to go within. Be logical. Use your discernment, of course. But go within your heart space and find out what you really want, okay? And once you find out what you really want, go toward it. Balance that. Stay grounded. Okay, because it's rough out here in this dating area. Okay, it's rough. Believe me. Okay, it's rough. It's rough out here in this dating area. A lot of people are not investing not only in their mental health, for example. Okay, but they're not invested in their self emotionally as well. For example. Okay, nevertheless, financially, they're not investing in the IRA account. They're not investing in things like that. Author IRA account. They're not getting a savings account. They're not doing any of that. Okay? So, with the transformation card, with the Death card, okay? Just use your discernment on what you like personally, okay? And allow it to come to you, man or female, Empress energy, okay? So, just be careful about adding your past with your future, okay? That will be a red flag on you, Aries, okay? Because keep in mind, the new person didn't do it. The new person ain't do nothing to you. Now, I do believe in watching somebody move until they hang themselves, but overall, the new person didn't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, okay? It's just a distraction. Your past is holding you back. It may be just a little distraction, okay? Let's see. Taurus. Let's get into it, Taurus. Taurus, babies. Let's get into it, my Taurus gang gang. I love it when y'all come out and y'all reading, Taurus. I love it when you're going to make me papa. I love it. Somebody may be coming towards you, you know what I'm saying, over jumping the gun. Or you may be in a past relationship or dealing with somebody that you grew up with, okay? I feel like a heavy over jump the gun situation. Okay, yeah, okay. You're coming out in your own energy, Taurus, okay? I like that. And you're coming out in a healing process, okay? Okay, you're definitely coming out in a healing process situation, okay? Now, here's the thing. Because you are focused on your journey, like you tapped in, okay? You may have a lot on your plate with the 10 of Wands. You may be concentrating on working. You may be working. You know what I'm saying? Things in that situation, okay? What are y'all talking about? Why do you care? I don't even know what y'all talking about. Y'all just gotta ignore. Let me ignore him because he think he important and he really not. Okay, So we're gonna ignore him because he thinks he's important and he's really not. Okay. Here's the thing, Taurus. Okay, you may be focusing on work. You may be focusing on your healing. Okay. There's things that you're definitely focusing on. Thank you. Is that Madison? Did I say Madison Cluster Singer? Thank you. Baby, ignore them. They slow. You can't argue with stupid people. Ignore them, okay? He just wanted entertainment. That's the reason why I got him out of the chat, because he was doing too much. And he not important. Okay? Not at all. He was doing too much, baby. He's slow. You can't argue with delusional people, okay? Okay. That's why I was ignoring him, baby. You know. That's like an adult trying to argue with a child. Ain't no win-win situation. Okay. So, Taurus, I'm sorry about that, Taurus. Let me get back to your reading because I know y'all are ready. Okay, with the moon, it's like you already discovered with the moon in reverse, okay, which is a big difference. You already discovered everything you needed to know about your past situation. Like, it's giving me like the did that, done that with the 5 of swords. You outbeat the competition. This could be the devils within you. Things you needed to change. Things you needed to, how to say, and collaborate in your life. You done took all the things to when you wanted to collaborate in your life. You've done some readjustments, or you are doing some readjustments. Some of y'all with the 3 of swords and upright, you're doing some readjustments. Okay, as you do these readjustments, you may have a lot on your plate. You may be trying to take away home, 9 to 5, everyday hustle and bustle, okay? So you can come across a little defensive, okay? Now, someone is definitely coming towards you towards, how they say, jumping the gun. With the Magician right here. Some of y'all are with this person. Thank you, Ryan, for the star. Regina, I'm sorry. Thank you, Regina, for the star. Some of y'all are with this person and some of y'all are not, okay? But I'm going to tell you, go for it. You have the Magician with the 10 of swords. The 10 of pentacles. Family, legacy. You going to think you over thumping the gun. Why? Because there's a little fear, okay? I don't see the devil out here, but the hangman is in reverse. What I'm saying is there's going to be some hesitation. You're going to have a lot of hesitation with this person coming towards you. Okay? You might give them a piece of you, not even all of you. Yes, you might give them a piece of you, not all of you. Okay? 7 of swords in reverse with the hangman reverse. That's like, I like you. I can invest into you, but I'm just afraid, okay? It's going to be afraid. And this person is definitely going to be picking up that energy. I'm going to let you know. They're going to be picking up that energy, okay? It's just like if you text somebody and, you slow the text but keep in mind, this is not something you purposely doing. You got the 10 of wands. You're going to have your hand full. I told you things are going, I think I did a reading for y'all last week. How things are going to be speeded up. So, what does Spirit want him to do about this? Make up your mind if you want this opportunity. There's that page again. Make up your mind. That's you. Make up your mind. Spirit wants you to make up your mind, Taurus. Okay? Spirit totally understands maybe your love life has been slow. Maybe your money has been slow. Okay? Kind of make up your mind when it comes in. The crazy thing about it, here's the thing, is what I'm hearing. Spirit is saying, you don't get to pick when things come in. Ooh. Wouldn't that be great if we get to pick when things come in? You don't get to pick when things come in, Taurus. You might be dead deep into your work and there goes love. You might be in love and work calls. You don't get to pick what comes in, but what you do get to do is with the Knight of Pentacles, your own energy. You get to take things slow. Now, taking things slow means being attentive, okay? It's going to give you a little juggling action going on, okay? You're going to be juggling, but you can't get to say, okay, I can text Herbert back. He's supposed to understand. He know. He ain't going to understand. He not understanding all 10 of these ones you packing. Why? Because some of y'all going to be a little bit defensive, so y'all ain't going to let them right in from the get-go anyway, right, okay? So what I'm telling you is the hesitation that you have with this person, they just might have it with you. Okay? This might be the kind of person that mirrors back, and this could be a longevity connection. I'm telling you, it could be longevity. The Ten of Pentacles is here. That's why I started laughing. Because at the end of the day, your life can all be an illusion. And what that means with the Seven of Cups here, with the Five of Wands, you could be fighting against your celebration. And I know y'all are so grounded and organized. Y'all are so grounded and organized. I get it. You're like, okay, I'm getting my money together. And then love's going to come in. And then we're going to run our wife anyway and sunset. And then, no, that's not how it's going to go. That might not be the order, okay? It might not go as smoothly. But only if you're open. Spirit wants to say only if you are definitely, if you're open. If you're open for the challenge, if you're open for the opportunity, if you're open, but you have to be open. This is like a free will thing, Taurus. You have to be open. So if your job is banging and then somebody wants to get to know you, you have to be able to ground yourself and make that happen with the Magician. Because whoever's coming towards you is definitely trying to make some things happen. They're looking at it long term. But here's the thing. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit say you may look at it as a blockage. Oh, and it's really not that. Okay? You may look at it as you're in my way. And you may look at it as I don't have time for this. That's why the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands is out here. It's something that this person is trying to do in a good time in your life, and you're going to feel like, oh, not today, Cletus. You know what I'm saying? But this is your long-term relationship, okay? This person, I'm telling you, Taurus, this person is going to feel what you are definitely saying. They're going to feel it. They're going to mirror back everything that you say, and it's going to be up to you. It's definitely going to be up to you, okay? It's definitely going to be up to you, okay? But overall, you might have a lot going on. You might have a lot going on. Now, keep in mind, that's not saying, future predicting, if you do pass this up. Let's say you do pass the opportunity up. That's not saying you're not going to get another opportunity in love. No. What it's saying is, Spirit is telling you, you may be over prioritizing one thing over another, okay? So just be mindful of that, because that is a red flag. Because what good, I said this on my Facebook page, what good is being wealthy when you sleep in the bed alone? Okay? Not very good. It's not fun, is it? It's no fun. It is no fun to have a lot of money and be alone. Look at Elvis Presley. Look at look at some of the stars that they got everything at they access tips. But at the end of the day, they're still depressed and they're still alone. You know? Crushed Cowboy, hello. Okay, so think about it like that, you know? There has to be a work-life and love-life balance. And I think that's what you're about to learn. What a work-life and love-life balance is all about. Okay? So, Gemini. Let's see, Gemini. True abundance to others. Absolutely. Gemini, what's the red flags? Now, your energy. What is that? Okay. Masculine Gemini. Let's talk about it, okay? And I'm going to get to the message. This is for my masculine energy for all those that watch me, okay? That's a Gemini. Ace of Wands. Okay, sometimes you got to loosen your grip. It's not for everybody. Take where it resonates. Sometimes you got to loosen your grip to get your standpoint, to get your Ace of Wands, okay? And that takes a lot of preparation and being enduring and know what you want in a connection besides what authoritative. Because I was just saying to one of my students last night, you know, in 2026, you know, men and women are doing it a little bit different. And normally in households, yeah, twin, exactly. Normally in a household, you know, both of the people are working, the man and the female. Back in the day, the women used to stay at home and do the home keeping and the man goes to work. Okay, no, that's not happening these days. Either the women is working or they still working or they working at home. Like I just the household here and I work at the same time, okay? So you got to give respect where respect is due, okay? And it's not saying that you don't, but at the end of the day, this could be like a traditional standpoint, and I get it. But whoever you're about to run into, great minds think alike. This is definitely your twin, okay? Great minds think alike. So if you are in that masculine energy, LGBT, you're definitely welcome. I could be saying man on male. You could be the same gender as that person. You're definitely welcome here. Okay? Female on female. Masculine energy. What do y'all call them? Studs or stuff like that? Okay. You may be dating another femme that's in that same energy. Okay? This is a twin on twin aspect. Okay? Now, it can trigger you, especially if you have not done the healing work. Upgrade your beliefs. Okay, upgrade your beliefs. This collaboration, Three of Pentacles, this collaboration, okay? But what scares me is you're in the King of Swords, which is your energy, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're thinking more thoughtful, like, what's my normal routine, okay? Spirit is asking you to go slow, yeah. Feminine energy, okay? You may be dating somebody that's in the same energy as you, okay? And it may be a little, when you got somebody to do the same thing you do, it is a little weird, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a little weird, okay? Let's just say this person got, let's say you're a workaholic and your person's a workaholic. Let's just say you have a standard way of doing things and your person got that same logical value system of doing things. And yeah, in the beginning, it's going to look like y'all playing tug of war, okay? But it's not the case. That's why Spirit wants you to go slow, because you got the teamwork makes the dream work, okay? You got the teamwork makes the dream work. Y'all are twins, okay? Yeah. Go slow, because you don't want to be in regret. You don't want to leave this person alone and be like, oh, okay, they was trying to be controlling and naturally form. You're that way, okay? You're that way. You're that way. Red flag is compromise. This connection is going to need a lot of tender love and tenderness. Okay, Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's going to have to be some compromise. Okay? There's going to have to be some compromise. Okay? A lot of tenderness, a little love. So where you're normally logical, Spirit is asking you to get out of that logical head space and get into that heart space. Okay? Because y'all both have reasons why you do what you do. And normally twins, Gemini, I'm going to tell you, they can be very triggering. Okay? Twins, hiding your feelings. Now, this person's going to mirror you. You hide your feelings, then they hide their feelings. And what you got, a whole bunch of feelings not just unsaid. Okay? There's going to be a whole bunch of triggering. So your red flag is to, sometimes you just got to, and that's where the vulnerability comes in when it comes to, I feel like hiding your feelings is vulnerability. Sometimes if you're looking for love and you're open up love, or if you're even in a connection, you're not going to win all the time. You're going to have to bite the bullet, and so is your partner, okay? So you're going to have someone that's going to come in your life that's going to mirror your image, is going to give you back exactly what you have not healed or healed. Because Three of Swords is here. Some of y'all could be healing. Some of y'all could be going through a healing process as well. Okay? But with the Five of Swords, you have a standpoint. Now, there's love. You love to love. Y'all are lover boy and lover girls. But at the end of the day, some of y'all have a strict standpoint with the King of Swords. And Spirit is asking you to just take a look at that. Now, it's not saying to bounce over your morals and values. Absolutely not. You never should compromise with that. But at the end of the day, bring a little love to it and mix it up and see how it goes, okay? Cancers. Cancer babies, okay? Hit the like button, Cancers. Or as well, Cancer babies. The red flags in your relationship, Cancers. Let's get into it. Cancers, the world, internet. Okay, whether you own it or you look on it, okay? A rediscover, a King of Swords, okay? Let me tell you something, Cancers. I see this coming before it ever comes with the Page of Wands. Now, Cancers, understand this. You're coming out in a Queen of Pentacles energy, very self-sufficient, okay? With the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, very self-sufficient. Go-getter energy. Queen of Wands. You're going to match this person's energy. King and Queen of Wands is out here on the table. Okay? Now, you may be on the internet or you may meet somebody on the internet. Take what resonates. You may be internet dating. Whatever the situation is. There's a King of Swords authority, okay, into this person. Now, here's the thing. Side note, Cancer. Be careful about easily being amused, okay? Be careful about that. Be careful about easily not being amused, okay? Because this person is going to definitely find out what your authenticity is, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you should go out your way for people because, honey, I do not. However I feel, you know, us Cancers, we wear many of hats on many of days, and how we feel is how we feel. Okay, either roll with it or get rolled on. We're not looking for the validation, at least you're not supposed to. Now, some of y'all may meet somebody that's not who they say they need to be for you, but they gonna gas you up. Could be on the internet, okay? It could be on social media with the world, okay? You could be traveling to meet these people for some of y'all. They're going to gas you up, and yeah, you're going to get excited. You're going to be ready to take off. Queen of Wands. Maybe they live out of town and you ain't never traveled. And you ain't never left out your city. Put it like that. And they live in, I say, Miami or somewhere. Look, Cancers, I'm going to be honest with you. The self-love technique, this is the time to use that, okay? Now, I know you might not have never been there. You might not even left out your city for some of y'all. But here's the thing, though. That's why you had all that time to practice self-love. If you wanted to travel, this be the time to do it. Don't get so amused about what you see on social media. Don't get so amused about what people tell you. When people be like, oh, well, I live such and such and such. I'm like, okay. I lived in 10 different states, and I visit 2 different countries, and I travel every day. It's not such an amusement with me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that this person is definitely not saying, that's definitely is gonna say, that's gonna get you all with your pennies in the bunch. And I just use that for an example. That's gonna change everything with the death card, okay? It's gonna change everything. Try not to get so amused. That's what that self-love and self-care is. And I'm going to tell you, that is true, okay, with the devil. Because here's this person is trying to get over somebody else. With not being you. This Queen of Swords, this King of Swords, Queen of Swords is trying to get over an ending in their life, okay? Side note. But I'm sure they're not going to tell you that. Okay? They're not going to tell you the reason why they have more time to meet you on the internet, because they just had a relationship that just ended. And if they do tell you that, they're not going to go in real details to tell you they're still mourning, still hurting on it. They're trying to just kind of like do things to get under something. You know how I say, like, you leave something to get under something? It's kind of like that. Okay? Meaning, what we say. That person ain't all healed. But they're amusing. You're going to find this little joker amusing. You're going to find them enlightening. Okay? And reason being, Cancers, with the 7 of Cups in reverse, spirits want you to really go within and see what in you that you find intrigued by somebody that is definitely lying, just got out of a relationship and keeping things from you. This is like an intuitive message, Cancers. Discernment is definitely needed when you meet these people. Because this is somebody that can be talking to you, y'all can be talking all night, and then all of a sudden, they phone calls stop coming in. They talking about they working and all this unnecessariness. And reality form, they just in one of those moods with the King of Swords. They just dodging you. You was just a flavor for the moment. And let's say you do go see them and it's all hot and heavy and it's all heated. And then when you come back, they start acting weird. I feel like this. And I tell people, I tell my clients this all the time. Do it because you want to do it, not because it intrigues you. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun. But when we get that estrogen up of intriguement, that's when we get cloudy in the brain and we get impressive and people are able to sway our opinions and our directions. And that is a no-no, okay? That's when we start making bad judgment about situations, okay? So keep self-love is very important, okay? Because if you do it for yourself, you're not impressed if somebody do it for you. Knight of Wands. You're not impressed with a Knight of Wands, somebody that goes fast. You're not impressed with it. It don't impress you one bit. When you treat yourself to nice, expensive steaks, whether you cook it at home or you go out to eat, it's not impressing you because somebody else do it. What impresses you is how they are in the inside out. What impresses you is the conversation they have. What impresses you is them invested in themselves. What impresses you, your value of dating and liking change. Keep that in mind, okay? Your values change. Certain things that used to impress you as being a Queen of Wands should not impress you as being a Queen of Swords, okay? Especially when you're dating. Because people always like to be impressive in the beginning of the day. You know what I'm saying? People like that. You know? 100%. Yeah, people like to be impressive. They like to put out all the stops, honey. Okay? But when you grow and you're able to be self-sufficient for yourself, that self-love, self-care, anything that person does is a bonus, not an impression. You know what I'm saying? It's a bonus. Okay? I think those are bonuses. Hey, I was going out to eat. They call you up. You're like, hey, where you at? And then the waiter goes, oh, the guy on the phone took care of the bill. Okay. That's impressive. That's a bonus. Okay. That's a bonus. Because guess what? What that means is you were already treating yourself. But they took an initiative, which we're grateful for initiative. When we date, we love initiative, right, ladies? Absolutely. Guys, right? We love initiative. That means they took their initiative, they took their time, and they paid for your meal. Okay, we like surprises. Thank you. But overall, the meal was going to get paid for whether they paid for it or not. Now, that's impressive. That's impressive. Thank you for the gift, babe. Now, that's impressive, okay? Now, that's impressive. The meal was going to be paid for or not. Now, that's the impressive part, Cancer, okay? So don't let nobody be impressing you and you over here living a lie. Because they done got you all brain fog and they acting funny. And then all of a sudden the death card thing, they change things up and you're like, what the hell happened? Because you invest a little bit more time and energy into something and someone that didn't deserve it, okay? Self-love, self-care for my cancers, okay? Don't be letting them oppress you like that. Because you can be anything you want to be at a distance. And whoever this is seems like it's at a distance or it's on the website. Something like that. If you're dating and website or, you know, that's the new thing now these days. But at the end of the day, use your discernment and don't be so impressive, Cancers. Leo. Leo, babies. Let's see, Leo. Leo, happy birthday to the Lions. Yes. Lions, happy birthday. It is Leo season. I love Leo season. Because Leo season is a major transformation. That means you are halfway through the year. Okay. It also means, you know, fall is coming soon. So it's going to kind of cool down a little bit. We're getting into those juicy holidays, you know, Friendsgiving and, you know, the winter weather, you know, the cool down season, you know, right after August, going into Virgo season. You done with the heat, basically. You know, bringing it in. I love it, Leo, okay? So let's see, Leo babies. I'm going to throw that back in there. I might be talking to a masculine Leo. For some of y'all. Intuition. Okay, your intuition is definitely kicking in. Intuition. Hello, Italian man. Your intuition is definitely kicking in. I'm talking to a masculine Leo, okay? You may be feeling like, you know, your past maybe want to come back and give to you. You're absolutely right. Overall, Leo, whether you're masculine and feminine energy, somebody's definitely going to, how they say, take a leap. Now, here's the thing. With the Page of Pentacles to the King of Wands, to the Four of Swords. If I'm talking about my feminine, y'all really have your hands full right now. You could be working on projects. You could be doing things for yourself, okay? And you could be going toward, okay, a masculine Two of Cups energy. That's not neglecting that past person coming back, though. I'm just letting you know. So y'all could be faced with, you know, a little juggle here and there. But the decision of the red flag is with the moon. Take your time. The moon is Pisces and Cancer energy. Someone wants to start to have a new beginning as you start on your new beginning. As you're trying to start something new. Emotionally fulfilled. This can even be singles I'm talking about. You could be single and starting a new journey, a new pattern, a new, you know, this, that. Okay? Whoever, however, you have two people that are watching you. Okay? That want to give to the situation. Now, I'm not going to say always the past person, leave them alone. Absolutely, because I can't say that with this spread. If I see it, I will say it. I can't say that, okay? Give me something on the Page of Swords. This person could have been non-committal in the past, okay? And if you're single, you could be thinking about commitment, okay? You be in that process of, it's about that time I put myself out there. It's about that time I reconnect. It's about that time that I get off the, put myself on the market, you know? You could be in that motion. And I see you doing that. You taking a leap of faith, okay? But just know it's not going to come overnight, okay? You don't kiss a couple of frogs until you handle that prince. Just know you're going to have to sacrifice some things. Just like a work, a love situation, a 10 of cups. Thank you, Spirit. Just like work a 10 of cups, you got to put your effort and your best foot forward as well, okay? It's just not going to show up at your doorstep like Amazon. You have to give to it. You may disagree at sometimes, okay? But you're definitely going to have to give to it. But with this past person, they definitely want to go halfway with you. Let's get more, because that's more of a energy that you may be aware of. They're in regret. Yeah, they definitely want to go halfway with you. They're definitely in regret. Like I said, this person could have been a Taurus. Okay, for some of y'all, you got Pisces out here, Cancer out here. They could be in serious regret. Now, the red flags on these situations is, what do you want to give to? Okay? What do you want to give to? Leo, what's the red flags? Some of y'all work too much. See? I said that, my singles. Don't be mad. I'm a workaholic too. Okay? But here's the thing. I work, but I'm not looking for love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking for it. It's not like, I'm not, where it sprouts your energy, but if you are looking for love, if you are, Spirit say you're going to have to let go of some of that workload. Okay? You're going to have to let some of that workload go. If you're in a partnership, to enjoy your partnership, you're going to have to let some of that workload go. You're going to let your hair down. And I know you're probably saying bills will do this and that and that. But sometimes I even step out on faith. The food is definitely out here. Okay? Now somebody's definitely going to step out and regret towards you. Okay? For some of y'all. Some of y'all are going in a new connection, already in a new connection. Some of y'all are single. But saying that you want love. Expectations is something about your expectation, okay, of what you expecting when it comes to relationship is outdated. Don't kill the messenger. Something about your expectation is outdated. Just like people say that they want love, but they're not doing nothing about it. They're not putting themselves out there, but you want love. It's just a logical standpoint. You want love, but you won't take off of work to go to like a bar to meet and greet, or you won't take yourself out and change up your routine so you can be social with people. You want love, but you keep doing the same thing when it comes to going back and forth with your ex in and out. That's not love. That's comfortability. Okay? So Spirit's saying that's the red flag. Some of y'all are letting people in and out of your life that brings you comfort. Or you're doing the same comfort thing. I would say, to win, sometimes you got to get uncomfortable, Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable, And I know it's weird, and I know it feels funny, but it is what it is. It is what it is, Let's see. Happy birthday, Leos. Virgo. Red flags, Virgo. Please hit the like button, you guys. It's well appreciated as you come in. Okay? Virgo, the red flags. I'm going to be honest. Something consistently keeps happening because Virgo, you consistently allow it in. Now, you want to heal something. You want to heal a part of you. This could even be you with the Four of Pentacles. You could be stuck in your mind about something or stuck with a certain way of doing it, and you want to let that go. You want to let this person go. Okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. With the Two of Pentacles, you even juggled the fact you want to heal this partnership. Okay, this could be somebody of the past or somebody that you're with right now. Okay. You see the win with this person. You see the win, but it's just not winning. with the Nine of Pentacles. It's just not working. Something's not working. Okay? Something's not working. Let's see what's not working. And this could be in a partnership to come, okay, as well. You're probably saying, I'm single. Okay, red flag, okay? Heads up, this is a warning. Okay, something about with the Hierophant being in reverse. This could be somebody that definitely have a different religious background, non-committal on certain aspects and values in your life, and you compare. And you may even compromise. Spirit say, don't compromise. There is no such a compromise. Because if you compromise with it, Virgo, guess what? It's going to burn you out. You're going to wind up being stuck. Don't compromise with it, especially not your values and more. If you feel like marriage is a consistent thing and you need paperwork to get that, keep that compromise. There's people like us, I kind of feel like you don't need paperwork. You don't need to go to the courthouse just to say you're into somebody. I honestly feel that the devotion and dedication is good enough. Okay? Yeah. You say you want love. It's something that you want, that you may compromise with it. And Spirit is saying don't compromise because you will regret it later. Okay? Because it'll have you stuck. I have a good friend. She's a Virgo. Okay? And we don't talk right now, but I'm not going to say her name. Okay? And you may feel like you're fated to be alone and only have sexual encounters with people at the bottom of this deck, but at the end of the day, here's the thing. She started out, right, of our friendship. We have been friends for like 12, almost 15 years. And she started out wanting to be married, but as she stayed in a connection, she had been in her connection over 18 years, and she had been with me through one of my marriages and one of my long-term high-level relationships with a soulmate. So it was like she was with me through two of my marriages, you can say. One of them we legally got married. The other one, I was just with them for a long time, okay? Now, when we first started out, and our first foundation connection was she wanted to get married. As time went by, and I've gotten married, twice, going on to another connection, she switched it up. She became very bitter, right? And I noticed that about her. But overall, okay, it says you say that you want love with Avant, okay? That's two roads. Make a decision and stand on it. That's one thing I love her, but she didn't stand on that decision. And when you change your mind to fit something, when you change your mind to fit a role that you no longer play, you get stuck that way. It's regret. You're unhappy. You spiral out. You always feel like you should be somewhere else, but you're there. Do you see what I'm saying? Meaning you're always going to look outside your connection when you have a connection that you can either change or just let go. Okay? You give me on the Nine of Pentacles. Wrong set of cards. Give me on the Nine of Pentacles. Because what happens is she wound up despising that connection. Not the person, the connection. Yeah, Hermit, Five of Swords. Yeah, you wind up despising the whole connection. And you don't want that. Like, that's a red flag. You don't want to be 8, 6, 5, 3 years down the line like, oh, why did I even stay? You know what I'm saying? Comparing every other connection to your connection. Comparing what you really want versus what you really have. That right there, emotionally and mentally, could bring you out. So keep an eye on that. What's the overall message for Virgo? It only changes when you change, okay? It only changes when you change. You have the Nine of Cups, Scorpio energy, the Death card with the Knight of Wands. It only changes when you change. When you take action and you change something about your life that makes you happy and you make the decision to stand on it, that's when the change begins, okay? Also, if this is something new that you're definitely in and you're like, okay, I don't agree with that, this might be the time to actually speak up and say what you don't agree with, okay? Because that can change the whole course of your destiny. And don't feel like you're fated to be alone. Don't get along to get along. No. Get along because you want to be there. Get along for love, not because you don't want to be lonely, okay? Because you ain't going to be lonely, okay? That's just something we tell ourselves to convince us to stay in something that we don't want to be in, okay? And that's it. The devil is a lie. Libra. Libra. Let's see, Libra. Let's see my Librians. Red flags in your next relationship or in your relationship to come. Let's see. Red flags for the Librians. You're going to be choosing to bring something public. Now, with public, with your family, public on the internet, it could be a picture of you and your new person. There's something public. Yes. You're going to choose to speak on something public. Show something, take a picture of something. There's something that you're going to do publicly. And what does this have to do with the strength? Leo, energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And somebody's going to see it. This can also be a status as well. You're going to choose to go public with a status. Let's just say you change your status. People have known you being married, and by you being in your hermit mode, you know, they don't know that you've secretly got a divorce. Okay? It's something about, you know, someone's holding on to an image, okay? Or people holding on to an image of you. You could be seeing 222. You're going to make a decision with the Knight of Pentacles. You thought about it long and slow, okay? You're going to make a decision. This can even start something new and romantically, okay? On the internet, okay? It's something about the internet. It's something about you making something loud and clear, okay? This can also be with family worldwide, okay? Yeah, you're going to do it. With the Fool, the Empress, yeah. You're going to let somebody either wife you up. This could be a pregnancy. This could be an engagement that you're about to announce. It's something about something that you've been waiting to come toward you. And honey, lovers, yeah, you're choosing, okay? You're choosing peace and love and prosperity over chaos. Something that you're going to just let be known. Here's the thing. Why is the world here? This could even be you worldwide. Maybe you start a page or something. Be careful that people are not going to agree with you, okay? When you let people in your comfort zone, just know that you're letting people in your comfort zone. You're going to get trolls. You're going to get spammed. You're going to get all kinds of craziness. That's why it took me, personally, from experience, it took me so long to do a family page with me and my son, because I already know the critics were going to come. But I'm focusedly knowing that this is my new beginning, and I'm making a choice. And whatever comes out over the internet, or whatever my family says, or whatever, I'm ready for it. Okay? What's the outcome with Libra? You're going to protect what you need to protect. Even though, you know, people can be cruel with judgment here. People can be cruel. They can be mean. They can say Seven of Swords is out here. You got to realize these people don't know you. If this is like on internet and these people don't know you, and sometimes if it's family, they don't know the struggle you've been through, because it seems like you have definitely been, you know, keeping it to yourself overall. But at the end of the day, call judgment on them people, okay? At the end of the day, and that's the red flag. Like, if you make something publicly, if you're in a relationship and you've known to be single and maybe you've been hiding that relationship, just get ready for some backlash. It doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, you know, just get ready for some backdraft, Libra, okay? People are going to try to start judgment. They're going to be like, oh, why did you keep that from me? Gotta lie. I mean, it can be so much for all of y'all. Just get ready, okay? Scorpio. Welcome in, Scorpio. Please hit the like button, okay? Sharing is caring. Welcome in, everybody. I did Aries to Pisces, and I am now at Scorpio. I got 4 people in the check, and I have 4 likes, please, and thank you. And if you watch this video later, just hype up the live. It's well appreciated. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. We will love to have you, okay? Please hit that notification button so you'll know when your girl comes through, okay? What's the red flag for Scorpio? Scorpio, Aquarius energy. Don't forget not to don't got me stuttering. Don't overplay your port. Don't overplay it, okay? Don't overplay your port. Some of y'all are independent, okay? Dr. Hi, Quinn, thank you for the sparkles. Yeah, don't go too fast and overplay your part. I know it be feeling good with the 6 of Pentacles. That's equal reciprocity. That's even give and take. Things are working good, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I can just throw myself all into it. No, with the 3 of Pentacles and collaborate with the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you may be dealing with the Star energy, Aquarius energy. Just kind of don't overplay your part on certain things, okay? Don't overplay your part. If this is a relationship you're trying to heal, you know, make sure they're on the same type of time that you're on. Yeah, because some of y'all haven't been talking and a lot hadn't been said. You know, that's what's important. When you manifest something or when you work with somebody and collaborate with somebody, make sure you know all there is to say, and make sure they're giving the same energy that you're giving in. Okay? It's like, don't overpay your part, because sometimes we can be in that lover girl and lover guy spirit, and this person, you know, you could be the one that falls quicker. You're a water sign, okay? And you could be the one that falls quicker and you overplays your part. And you feel like, you know, you keep doing it because it says fear of loss. You feel like they may go out and find somebody else with cheating here, okay? You feel like you're going to lose them. When in all form, it's getting too attached and too risky by you overplaying your part. Okay? Y'all are beautiful people. There's no need to play thirsty. Because you're not. You're just in love. And some people outside of you may take it as you're being thirsty. And all you're doing is showing your love. Okay? They may feel like you're being too clingy, too attached. Mirror that person's image, okay? Because, yeah, you may be in love and you do things for love and your heart's open and you're just giving. You're loving. You're texting. And you're gesturing. And you're doing it so much that you may not realize that that person is not doing any of that with you, okay? Sometimes you got to stop and say, wait a minute. Okay, I text first. I've been texting first. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. You know, if you wake somebody up with a good morning text and you never give them time to wake you up with one, that's what I'm talking about. You know, I use that for example. You know, has to be equal. It has to be an equal give and take, an equal pour of energy. Watch that, Scorpio. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see, Sagittarius, the red flags in your relationship. Let's. Tables turned. That kind of broke up your stability. It's giving me this is having past energy, or you're going through something as such, Empress, okay? And it's time to stay grounded. And this could have been somebody you could have collaborated on in the past. Now, here's the thing with the Wheel of Fortune, okay, the Six of Pentacles, you're looking for your new connection, or you're going toward, or someone coming toward you with the new connection of equal reciprocity, equal give and take. And what Spirit wants you to see is you don't have to rush it. Eight of Swords to the Six of Wands to the Four of Pentacles. What's the Four of Pentacles? To the Two of Swords. You don't have to rush it. It's coming towards you. You could be at an exhaust period when it comes to love for some of y'all. Okay? Could be burnt out on it. Could be over it. For some of y'all. Not all of y'all. And some of y'all are waiting on love. Some of y'all had some, exhaust moments in your life. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely here. Clarified by the Queen of Wands, man or female, with the Six of Pentacles. You're going to run into somebody that's going to give to you. Cancer energy, Gemini energy, okay? Pisces energy, Aquarius energy. You're gonna run into somebody that's definitely gonna give to this connection. Okay? You may think about some of the mishaps in the past, especially at night, or what's been kept from you. But with the Nine of Cups, you are so self-sufficient to my single Sagittarius and pouring into your cup. You might want to look at Cancer's reading, okay? There's a lot of Cancer cards out here. You might want to look at Cancer's reading, Sagittarius. Maybe you have deep Cancer placements. And Cancer's readings talked about, already being sufficient, and what they do is a bonus, okay? And if you're not sufficient, that's where you need to start working on. Because that's what stays on my mind with the Hermit. Yeah, that's what you need to start working on. That's what stays on my mind. Okay? And I'm not trying to tell you to be like me or anything, because it's always a free will. But when I feel like in my life, when there's a gap that's missing, I would like to fulfill that, because I'm doing it with good intentions. The next person might not do it with such good intentions. They might do it to use you, or they might do it to get a return back, or they might do it, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm fully full, nothing that they do that I'm not already doing for myself. So it's just a bonus. It hits different. I'm not such in a rush. I am grateful for it, because even though I do it, what you're doing is helping me out, and that's a bonus. It's kind of like I look at things different. Things are not always a mystery. I'm not already in my head, because I already got a plan. You see what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Clock that T. So if I do decide to get with a person, right? They're just a bonus. Bill played, hair laid, and everything good. You know what I'm saying? Whether I do or whether I don't. Okay? And that's what Spirit wants you to look at, the red flags of people being a bonus, not a reliability. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get a reliability, you get the Ten of Swords. You get you being without a partner. You get things being unsteady. You get the Ten of Swords kind of energy. You get that. So Spirit is asking you with the Hermit. If you're dating, Still, look at certain situations as a bonus. If there's a gap, if there's a financial, physical, emotion gap that needs to be filled, you fill it. Okay? It's better off when you feel it. Because when you feel it, then whatever they do on the side or they don't do, keep in mind, some people don't fill that gap and you're like, you know what I'm saying? But it won't play such a bigger part in your life as you're normally looking at it right now. Do you get what I'm saying? I think I'm explaining that correctly. You know, what's the outcome for Sagittarius? The High Priestess. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, your wisdom of what you've been through will definitely get your wish fulfillment. But it's like Spirit is telling you you gotta master it first. And there's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate the stress and the struggle of trying to patch what I need done in my life before somebody else comes in. You know, I appreciate that. If I'm having bad financial problems, I want to go ahead and correct that and not be depending on my other person to financially cover me. Because if they take their finances with them, then I'm back stuck in the same place that I started out being. And now I'm brokenhearted. Now, who likes that? Not me. But if I go ahead and take care of that, it's not so much pressure on the connection, you know. And if they do leave, let's just say we want the best for every relationship. But if they do leave, it's not such a, I wouldn't say a big deal because you'll still be hurt. But it doesn't put you at point A to point B. And honestly, Sagittarius, that's the reason why I don't date right now. Because a lot of people are like, why don't you da-da-da-da? Because I'm feeling those gaps in my life that when my person do come on board, it'll run smoothly. You know what I'm saying? It'll run smoothly. You know, it's all about filling in those gaps and not leaving other people to fill them in for you. You know? That's giving somebody control of your life when you can control your own life. Kind of like, sort of, kind of. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. Please hit the like button. I got 7 people in the chat. Can I have 7 likes? It'll be well appreciated. Thank you for all the gifts and supports. The hearts is definitely appreciated. Anything you need to know about me is in the description tab on the page. Okay, personals are still 35 all the way into the month of July. I don't know if today is the last day of July or not. I'm gonna have to look on the calendar, but they're over at July. You can email me at empathic1@yahoo.com for those. Also, Hitsy, I'm still on Hitsy, so that's pendulum questions and yes and no questions and things in that nature, okay? So please hit the like button as you come in. It's real appreciated. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We would love to have you and hang out with you, okay? Capricorn. Pisces, Cancer energy. That is your sister sign. Something that's been bothering you for a while, Capricorn. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to get to an Ace of Pentacles. What's the Moon? Something you're not seeing. Maybe it's in the dark. Maybe you're anticipating it with the 2 of Pentacles. Maybe you're making a decision on it. What's the Moon? The 3 of Swords. You could be deciding. A lot of water energy. To find peace with something. Queen of Wands, yeah. You could be, and this could be a Sagittarius, Leo energy as well. This could be a person, okay? And I think it's giving me backstories because it's red flags, okay? So that's probably why, well, that already happened. I get it. This could be a partnership you had in the past, okay? Now, the red flag pushing for it. I'm going to pick that up. I'm just going to see what it is. Queen of Swords. Okay. The red flag pushing forward. Okay. You have the King of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Six of Pentacles. This could also be energy-wise as well. Okay. Be so open and so loving and so heart-thriving. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles is definitely here. You could be at a good situation in your life. Choosing the Seven of Wands, choosing to protect what's important to you. Now, protecting what's important to you with the High Priestess is sometimes you just got to keep it to yourself. Okay? Thank you for the gold coin. Sometimes you just got to keep it to yourself. 333 on the gift list, okay? Sometimes you got to make those decisions to say, you know, I just might not want to tell my friends. I just might want to not tell my family right now. This might not be the peaceful thing. You just can't go blabbing and all. And with your couple as well, your partner, if your partner gossip more than you do, then that might be a problem as well. Okay, if your partner, man or female, gossip like a, if this is a man and he gossip like a female and he always posting things, selling things, letting people know what's going on in your house, that is a definite definition of being open for spiritual attack. It is. Especially if you're not in a connection that's solidatedly solid as a rock. Okay? Now you may be feeling like, you know, you're always, he say 100. Yeah, you got to keep some things to yourself, baby. Okay? I normally don't expose my relationship until we deep into it. And it's not like I'm trying to keep it. It's just I'm trying to master it and you know what I'm saying? You can't bring the devils to your house when you've been sweeping your porch all day. You know? Especially with family, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you have a track record like myself. And there's nothing wrong with having a track record. I've been married twice. So if I'm trying to get married the third time, honey, hold on. Let me get all solidated. And even after we marry, you still may not get an invitation. You just might all of a sudden see my name change on social media or something like that. It be things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, I'm going to have y'all laughing, okay? And I say that not in such a mean way, but I think I was about, how old was I? I think I was about 17, right? Now, my mom, my biological mom had been married 5 times, okay? And that's no judgment, but 5 times. Well, I was in one of her weddings, right? I'm gonna tell you how kids are so stupid. And even though I was like a pre-adult, but I was still thinking of the child's mind. So she was getting ready for her wedding. And anyway, and invitations was going out. Keep in mind, this lady's been married for 5 times. No tea, no cap. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just wear what and I said it self-consciously without even thinking about what I said publicly. And we're all sitting there. My mom's there. My grandma's there. Everybody's there. And I just hollers out. And I was looking out for my well-benefit. I wasn't trying to throw a lug or anything. And the reason I'm telling you all this, because what I'm about to say, y'all are going to go, ooh, that was a low blow, okay? Bust out and say, well, that's okay. I'll wear the same dress that I wore for the other 3 weddings that I had to attend. Now, keep in mind, y'all, I did not mean no harm about that, okay? I know, right? I did not mean any harm about that. But what I'm telling you is this. If you have a track record, okay? If you have, let's say you dated a lot or your partner has dated a lot and there's a track record of being in competition with other people, other partners, other places, other things, other situations because your partner has been loose as a goose Or you at one time was pulling your whole card and you just went on a dating frenzy. We all have been there, okay? I've been there. We all have been there. Some things you need to keep to yourself, okay? This might be that time. Say, baby, because if you're in a relationship, you know, or at least you should know, what's going on in that partnership. You know what I'm saying? And some things you gotta be like, I think we should keep this low key. You know what I'm saying? So Sagittarius, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius energy, but you have Pisces, you got Aries, you got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you got Gemini out here, you got Aquarius out here, you got Leo out here. Some things may be needed to, low key, okay, whether it's publicly, internet-wise, some things may be, okay, because here's the thing. Spiritual warfare is definitely truth, okay? It is truth, okay? Yeah. This may keep you stuck in your head. You gotta be committed. You gotta be committed. You gotta be committed. You just gotta be committed. And like I said, if you're dating, let's just say it's the other person. We can switch the message. Let's just say it's the other person, and they're in a situation to where, let's just say, let's switch up the narrative. They're in a situation, they're just coming out of marriage, or they're in a marriage and then they're separated. And then, hypothetically speaking, you're just dating them, okay? But then they're still messing around with their baby daddy, baby mama, because it happens all the time. Remember, I'm a reader. I do personal readings, and I hear it all the time. Those scenarios will definitely keep you stuck. Okay? Will definitely keep you stuck. If you are in a non-committal relationship and too busy. If you're in a long committed relationship and it's got you stuck and you're just making excuses, you're not keeping things to yourself, you're publicizing it. Who you showing out for? Yourself or the public? Okay? So watch out for that. Now, it's giving me heavy Capricorn. This may be the person that's coming towards you. They may be in something that it seems like they're having a hard time getting out of, but hey, that's their problem. But at the end of the day, it may be your problem. And baby, excuses and publicizing you, and let's just say you with a married person and they keep giving you excuses about what they're gonna do and how they're gonna do it and how they're gonna move out of their ex's house or property or whatever, and they're just giving you excuses of why they should not want to do it. That's telling you. Or every time that the excuses, because see, social media has us to be whoever the fuck we want to be, right? Okay? And that's about as simple as I can do it. Social media has us being whoever we want to be, but then behind closed doors, you are getting a non-committal energy. It's all fake on social media. Everybody's looking at you being happy. In reality, your person's too busy or you too busy, and y'all really don't go to bed together. You're just showing pictures of what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Things in that nature. Okay? So be careful what you open your door to, okay? And also be careful of what's authentic to you, okay? Because if it looks like a dog, it cracks like a dog, it's a dog. There's not too many excuses. There's not too many excuses. I'm dealing with somebody that gives me excuses all the time right now, y'all. It's like an excuse and an excuse. And in reality form, he just don't want to do it. And now that I know that, because people give you excuses all the time. Now that I know that, then I'm going within me. I'm never going to ask that person again or say something no. I'm going to go within me and fix the problem. Okay? Because after so many excuses, reality kicks in somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we live in a world where you can't make nobody do anything. So you can only change you, and that's how it goes, okay? Yeah. He makes so many excuses. Oh, I'm busy. I can't do this. Oh, I'm working. I can't do this. Honey, honey, honey. In reality form, he just don't want to do it. And I know that now. After being let down 3 or 4 times, you know? So let's get into it, Aquarius. Got the Nine of Pentacles came out, and I'm definitely going to put it back in. High Priestess energy, that is definitely your energy. Red flags in your partnership. Hello, Michael Copperfield. I think I said that right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button prior. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We'd love to have you. Anything you need to know about me is that Guyanda. Did I say it? Guyana? Hello, Guyana. Anything you need to know about me is in the description tab on the page. Welcome in, everybody. And thank you for hitting the like button ahead of time, okay? We are now at Aquarius. We did Aries to Pisces, and we're now at Aquarius, okay? 8 of Cups to the 3 of Wands to the High Priestess to the 6 of Swords to the 10 of Cups. Some of y'all could be asking yourself, what's next? You could have detached from something in the past, and you're like, okay, where do I go next? What's next? Success. I answered it. You got the Emperor with the 10 of Pentacles. Success. This could be walking away emotionally from a emperor, a boss, a job. Okay, you could be starting your own business as well. Success. Okay, another relationship. You could be bossing up yourself and getting with a boss. Success. Queen of Pentacles. Success. That's what's next. What's the red flag? Looks like making a decision with the 2 of Wands. What's the red flag? I was right. Making a decision. Yeah, I'm being logical and making the decision. I'm not saying everybody go quit their job with the justice. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is making the decision. Just take a leap, okay? You could be all day trying to juggle what you're going to do first. And that juggling, staying put, staying firm, trying to be so authentically perfect is what's going to keep you in the 2 of Wands energy, okay? What's the 10 of Pentacles? Hello, Jamie Rodriguez. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, taking action. Being logical, taking action. Like, I can be in my head about what business I'm going to start, but if I keep putting this off or not pouring into that, I'm never going to get what I want. The Ace of Wands. I'm never going to get to what I want. So Spirit say, get out your head and take your action. Okay? This could even be in a partnership that you are currently in. Yeah, you may feel like it's too risky, but sometimes you're going to have to take some risks, baby, to get to where you are. You already at rock bottom with the 8 of Cups. You've already had to walk away from it with vulnerability. Sometimes you're going to have to be vulnerable to the cause to get what you want. Confidence is key. You are worthy. It doesn't have to be perfect. When I started my business, I think everybody I knew tried to critique my page. And how they say, years later, I'm still on my page. My channel is thriving. We are growing. And with that being said, all the critique they didn't mean anything. What meant the most was I showed up every day. Okay? I still showed up every day. That's what meant the most. I show up every day. I post every day. I run a live every day. I'm consistent with it. Good, bad, or the ugly. And sometimes there are obstacles. And sometimes I'm tired. And sometimes we're traveling. Sometimes we're doing this. Sometimes I'll be like, the messages are going to be many. And we be online for 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes maybe 30 minutes, whatever it was, I'm consistent with it. I say dedication to it. I'm vulnerable to the cause. And that's what Spirit is asking you to do, Aquarius. Be vulnerable to the cause. Be humble about the presence of what you're trying to achieve and watch things go. Sometimes we are just too perfect in our own unnatural way that we're worried about what's not working, that we're not just showing up for ourselves and just to figure out, because, you know, if this is a business with the Emperor here, if you're starting a new business or you're starting a new job or you're doing something new and you're working with somebody, you're going to have to be vulnerable to the cause because you're not going to know everything. You know, this is a new job. You may know the job. You may be clear. You may be, how to say, equipped for the job, but you don't know the job space. So sometimes you got to be vulnerable for it. And sometimes you just got to be vulnerable just to take a leap of faith and do something different, period. So watch out for that red flag. Because, see, when I decided to do content, I surrendered. I was like, you know what? Whatever happens, whatever happens. Misword may be spelled. My description may be all over the place. It doesn't matter. I'll fix it along the way, but I'm still going to stay consistent and show up. Okay? Spirit is saying, you do your part, and they'll do theirs. Okay? Stay in your own lane and mind your business. But you in spirit business, when you're supposed to be just showing up for yourself. Okay? Supposed to be just showing up for yourself. That's it. Okay? And that could even be in a relationship. You may not be ready for a relationship, but you desire one. Because everybody does. But you're not showing up for yourself, and you get one, and then you start slacking, and then, you know, you get fear in your heart, and then the wrong thing, you're like, okay, it's over. We breaking up. No, no, no. Show up. Show up. Show up and see the beautiful outcome. Because that was a 10 of Pentacles of a beautiful outcome. Okay? Pisces, last but not least. Welcome in, everybody. Can you hit the like button as you come in? It is well appreciated. Also, hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you as well, okay? And hit that notification on all so you'll know when I come in. So, thank you, guys. And in the description tab, it tells you a little bit more about me and what am I about. And I'm going to do that after I get off today. Because I did start a new page, okay? And no, it's not about tarot. It's about my everyday life. If you're wondering what goes on behind the scene, it's more a reality page, you know? Thank you guys for hitting that like for me. So, Pisces. Red flags and partnerships. Relationships. People that you come in contact with. This is an opportunity, or maybe apology. Okay, with the 3 of Swords, it's like an apology. You could be apologizing to yourself with the 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the 4 of Pentacles. That could be an enlightenment, a major transformation that you did go through. Okay, with the Knight of Wands, you are definitely taking action on a certain situation, or somebody's taking action toward you, okay? To offer you a grace of love with the Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. And you may not know what's going to happen, okay? But you're undeciding, being indecisible with the 2 of Wands sideways. The Magician. Which may block this situation. Why are you undecisive? Let's see. Why are you undecisive? Not sure. Should I go left? Should I go right? Where should I go? Why are you undecisive, Pisces? You're afraid you're going to lose yourself. Yeah. Ooh, that's deep. Ooh, that's deep. You gotta sit with that for a second. Gotta sit with that spirit. Woo. Give me more. Gotta sit with that spirit. Lose yourself. Okay, Pisces, I'm with it. I'm with it. Yeah, it stung a little bit. Shots in my heart, and you're too late. You give love a better name. Okay, honey. Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, you're bad at love. I get it. I get it. And you may be in that position of building opportunities for yourself with the Three of Swords. It's like you've taken all three swords and you're pulling them out your chest, out your back, out your leg. Like you've been drugged when it comes to this thing called love, relationships, partnerships, collaborated with people and other people. And due to the regret, you've come to the batter end of the totem pole, you know, not being loved, being taken advantage of at some, overextending, overgiving, and not getting the same reciprocity. So you have definitely healed through that, or you're healing through that, and you don't want to have any regret going back to the old you, because the new you is who you are now. The new you may be a little bit more stern with the Queen of Swords. The you may be more disciplined. The new you may be more charismatic of doing what you like to do, okay? And if you feel like, and you have learned from that lesson, okay? You've learned from that lesson. So you don't know if you really want to go back down that journey anymore. Give me more on lesson. And Seven of Cups. You don't know. You have options, but you don't know. Why is the Seven of Cups out here? Because you balance. Ooh. You balance, Justice. You got Libra energy in your chart. You're balanced. It's kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's kind of like that. I agree. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what is it that you're saying, Spirit? Look, what is it that you're saying? The balance card again. Temperance. High Priestess. You, with Pisces and Cancer energy, you may come off a little bit magical, quiet, unknown to some people, and that's okay. Give me more. If you got somebody that's approaching you right now, okay, some of y'all have let the love thing go. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Some of y'all have let the love thing go, and you may be a little balanced, too balanced, and too complete. And I can agree with that. I ain't gonna even lie. I can agree with that. Thank you for the rose. I can agree with that. You can come across a little bit too balanced and too complete at the end of the day. And you don't want to make anything that's going to rock your balance and rock your foundation. But what I can do is say the Tower is here. And you're forced to make a decision. And that's why the Two of Wands, yeah, is out here. And it's a free will thing. You know, it's a free will thing. I would suggest, what's the suggestion? The Chariot is at the bottom deck, okay? Heavy water. So you can have all your water placement, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? You may be dealing with another water sign. Taurus is out here, okay? Here's the thing. when they do come toward you, and if you're not ready, yeah, if you're not ready with the Hierophant in reverse, it's okay to be open and let a person know that you're just not at that point right now. And that's not me, that, you letting them down easy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if this is a past person that you've dealt with. It's okay to let people down easy because you might not be at that point. And it's not saying you're closing the door and you're sticking a coffin to it. If this is a past person or even a future person. I think you're putting too much aspect on what the future going to be like. And us as humans, we do that. Okay? We do that. And I know you've worked very hard to be in your healing journey. Me, myself, hey, I have too. And I've worked really hard to get back to the me. Okay? And I put the work in. I'm still working on myself. And anything I feel like, any situation that happens in my life, you may feel the same way, Pisces. Some of y'all may feel, and some of y'all may not feel that way. But any situations that happen in my life, I chose that to happen because we all have decisions. It's free will in everything that we do. Okay? And you may just feel like right now, it's just not the right time. And because of that, you may have outside energy. Give me some on the 501. Just may feel like you're combative, like you're really hard, and you know what I'm saying? But which all you are is a Knight of Swords. You just have boundaries. It seems like somewhere in the nature you changed a little bit. And people don't like change. They feel like you switched up, you changed lanes, you're acting funny, all those kind of things. But in reality, the only thing changed was you healing you and getting back to you. And when you met these people, you were not your authentic self. You was probably in the people pleasing, the chasing era. You was in a very low vibrational era in your life. And we all have been there. And yeah, it's a journey and people grow different. Okay, people learn different. People overcome obstacles different. But at the end of the day, you are at the end of the road and you started your journey and you answered the phone and you said I do and you did your work and you did your changing. Please, if this story relates to anybody, don't look back and don't feel bad for not looking back. Okay? Don't feel bad. Everybody can't go with you. We don't all go on the roller coaster together, baby. Sometimes we go separate. Sometimes we go with people. And sometimes we just leave them behind at the port. Okay? But at the end of the day, you should never feel regret by not doing something. This is very spiritual / mental. Pisces, I was not ready for that. Overall message. Ace of Wands, Chariot, the Lovers. Yeah, you're going to choose love and you're going to be surprised at yourself. You're going to do it the right way. Love may be for some of y'all, not all of y'all, maybe 20% of y'all going to choose yourself. And it's okay. It's okay if you do. Some of y'all may choose this person. It's okay if you do too. Okay? There's no wrong or right choices. There's no wrong or right choices. Tarot is just a tool. You shouldn't let it dictate your life. Okay? There's no wrong or right choices. Because either way you go, you're going to learn a lesson. But the most important part I want to leave you with is be happy. It don't matter what nobody else feels. You deserve to be happy. Period. Okay, you guys. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. We did all 12 zodiac signs. I am going to post this up, okay? Please like, love, and share once again. Hype up the live if you watch this later. Send it to somebody if it resonates, okay? For free, okay? I want you guys to have a beautiful and wonderful day. Same time, same bat station. Until we meet again, be safe out there in that big old thing called world. Bye.